Guys, I'm back again, obviously deluded. Fridays, let's bear Brighton that. Or should I put it back? Yeah, let's leave that alone. But anyways, people, Fridays, Q&A days. And without you guys, I wouldn't be able to do this. So first and foremost, thank you people for getting in there with your questions. Especially because the season's done and I know the World Cup's there and there's other little tournaments and ways we can watch football. So it's never really done, but it's nothing like the Prem, the Champs, even though we're not in it, Europa League, all of these competitions. But we have to go amiss without it for a couple months now. So thank you very much for your questions. If I've missed you out, apologies, but let's not waste any more time. Unfortunately, someone's username's not been printed. So genuine thoughts on Iwobi. Personally, I think he just doesn't really cut it for me and feels like a mid-table player. Would you like to see us get someone in like Zaha as a replacement? I don't necessarily think Iwobi and Zaha are direct replacements or stuff like that. I won't focus on the Zaha thing for a moment. Of course, I would welcome better players if we could get a winger and players that are going to get more goals and assists, of course, bro. But in an ideal world for me, yes, I'd love attacking football, one of these people, but you can't do all of that unless you're going to pattern the spine, my bro, unless you're going to make the spine. You can't build a house backwards. It doesn't matter how sick your attack is, how sick you are, it will always let you down. Somewhere along the line, they will let you down. If you have a spine, the keeper, the centre-half, the defensive mid, you go from there. We go from there. Even if it's just, for me, all right, cool. Let me be humble. Even if it was just, I know we need a keeper, people. Between all three positions, I don't know, and I changed my mind. But even if it was just a keeper and a defense, a keeper and a centre half, cool. But either way, we need all three of them in it before we look at these sort of players. But back to your question, I like Iwobi, man. Personally, I don't think his future's out wide. I personally think he can play central midfield. He's obviously can play in the 10. He obviously needs to step up a bit. He gets into forward positions. He's a decent passer, so he needs to score more goals and assists. Hopefully, whoever the new manager is can get him to do more things like that. Of course, like I said, he needs to get more goals and assists at the end of the day. He needs to improve. He's never going to be like Sane and Sterling and these sort of guys. But what he can do is improve. Like, he can improve. There's no way you can't do it right. You can go about that. I'm so sure Monreal has more goals from this season than him. I like Iwobi. Like, I don't like a lot of the stick he gets. But he does need to perform better. And hopefully the new manager gets that out of him. Anywho, next question. Don't use this answers. Do you think Maitland-Niles could be the jack of all trades / utility player as he's played a number of positions this season? Personally, I'd like to see him play central midfield. I could see him there, defensive mid, central midfield. Being if that's what you're asking, jack of all trades. If it's like a Kimmich thing, competent at all positions, then sure. You need, obviously, I'd like him to play central midfield the majority of his games. But if injuries happen or tactics or whatever reason, if a man can fill in more places, it's calm. We don't need to. He can do a bit more for me going further forward. You've seen little patches. You need to remember he's played further forward. He's actually played on the flanks, and you can't. I don't think that will happen, but you can't rule out having to do a job there. Things like that. I think, in short, Maitland-Niles can just be a competent player for us, a very good player. There's no need to gas it up. He's gonna have good games. He's gonna make mistakes. He's gonna go through poor form. At the end of the day, he's still trying to get consistency. But I love Maitland-Niles. I've got a lot of time for him, man. He doesn't ramp on a football pitch. But next question, Bello asks is, if you could have one as a winger for Arsenal, who would it be? Keita Balde, Fekir, or Mahrez? Good question, man. I see Keita Balde moving from Lazio to Monaco. He's doing his thing. You guys know I love Fekir, man. Nice to see him get into the World Cup squad as well, people. Sad to commiserations to Martial, Coleman, Lacazette, Rabiot, which I don't know how Rabiot didn't get in the France side, people. But anywho, to answer your question, Mahrez is my guy, Fekir is my guy, Fekir. Mahrez is my... It's hard, man. One thing for sure, I can go without Keita Balde with all respect to him, but it's just between them two there, man. Like, two extremely wonderful footballers. I'm going to have to go for Fekir, man. Just levels, but just Fekir. Mahrez, you know you're my guy, man. I'm not snaking you in. Commiserations to Keita Balde, but good question, bro. Pardon me. Khalil asks is, with them lot down the road building their new stadium, Spurs, for people who don't know, they're willing to sell some players. With Victor Wanyama, one of those names, would you take him as a defensive mid Arsenal need? They would never sell to us, but I personally wouldn't really. I like Wanyama. I shout out to him. Like he's a player I look out for. He's a brother at the end of the day. He doesn't score many goals, but he walloped it against Liverpool. But no, not really. I'm not. If it could happen in an ideal, in some sort of warped world where Spurs would ever sell a player to us, so this wouldn't happen in any world. But if in a warped world where they'd sell us a player, that wouldn't be a player I'd be going for, man. Like, that would not be one. There's a certain centre-half. There's a couple midfielders. Yeah, man. Maybe even the keeper, Loris, depending on what he was saying if things were different. But, yeah, you've got another question. Should Arsenal go with one defender to partner with Mustafi or one defender plus Chiellini on a free? Manchester United living in North Republic of Ireland, by the way. So he's a United fan living in Ireland. Shout out to you, my guy, man. Shout out to you for watching it from all the way from Ireland. But I wouldn't take. Of course, I'll take Chiellini. But what I say by I wouldn't take him is Arsenal not going to do it. There's the wages and all of them things. So it's a non-starter. So I wouldn't take him in the sense that I can't consider that as an option. Mustafi, on one hand, like, I do like what Mustafi can bring to the table in theory. If another coach could get something out of him, then it's cool. You guys, like, I was kind of excited when we signed Mustafi. But on the other hand, if losses need to get recouped with a heavy heart, then things got to be done, because you ain't really shown certain things. You showed in patches at the start of the season, but it fizzled out, as we no doubt bottled it as we do. So probably just need to get another centre-half. Probably Mustafi. I can't see us recouping that 35 million. Like, I really can't. Like, I really can't see us getting 35 million for Mustafi, because we don't finesse anyways. So it's highly likely we'll have to partner Mustafi with somebody unless he's sold. So yeah, yeah. Riff is damn, this coffee's mad. DG, what other sports do you watch? Or maybe have you even tried to watch sports for yourself? Boxing, I don't know if it counts, but for leadership purposes, and I'm a bit weird. Like, I like to watch Navy SEALs on train on YouTube, and armies and other teams, how mad teams have to move to protect the world and stuff. Because if there's a way to incorporate that in football, what I mean by that is if people working on a crane site, if one person moves by an inch, everybody can drop and dead. The astronauts, all them mad things. So if you can get them, and I always tell you guys, football is a game of inches. So if I can incorporate any of them things, it's calm. So yeah, you saw Ferguson take his players a couple years ago for United, take them to an army course, and they did all the army stuff. So it'd probably be, I don't know if that counts, but if that doesn't count, I'll watch Wimbledon when it comes around. I don't really care about tennis like that, but I'll watch Wimbledon. Shout out to Serena and that. I prefer watching the female games as well, because I feel it's more competitive, to be honest with you. I just feel watching the men's in tennis is a bit anticlimax, but I watch both. So yeah, I like to see Serena Williams dominate and all of these things. Man, truly a magnificent sports person, and it's gonna go down as one of the best sports people to have ever done this thing. So but I don't watch like Australian Open and this Open and that Open. I'm not a mad fan. So if it comes around late night, if an NFL comes on, I might watch a 1-2, but I'm not really sold on that. Might watch a 1 UFC. And who's that Don that fought, man? Who's the, I don't even know his name. Who's the Mad Don? The Mad Dons had a fight in UFC the other week. I can't even remember. But as for loving it, it's only really football, man. If I'm not watching football, then I'm playing with these tactics things. And that's why you hear me at times. Because even when I'm making videos, tactics are running through my head. Like, as we speak, I'm thinking about if I could make a video about how our midfielders could all move together in a free. I'd love to show you guys. Where's my tactics board? It's a sad thing, man. It's a mad thing right now, but yeah, that would be to answer your question, man. Let me put that stuff down. Bobby asks, who would be your wild card in the World Cup? It depends what you mean by wild card. Do you mean wild card selection? Because I said Trent Arnold from time ago, and you guys saw that. Who does it mean to do dirt in the World Cup? I'm not too sure. That's a good question, and I'm trying to think of World Cup material, as I've asked you guys, and that's something I'm probably going to go on to maybe make a list of players to look out for, whether they can be hard or just be competent, and just to see what they could do. We'll get to that, man. But love for your question. Yeah. Cords again asks, now that Stoke is relegated, do you think we should go for Butland? Better now than never. So I'll take Butland. I've said this before. Butland calmly. Football's a bit mad nowadays, so being relegated is kind of, in a way, it's irrelevant, because they can still command a mad fee, given that he's gone to the World Cup regardless. There's going to be other suitors after him. I don't know what other clubs, but agents will say this. Yeah, because the keepers I ideally want, like, I like Butland, like, keepers I would want. We can't grab our All Black and these sort of things, and we can grab a Lafont, but the club's not making, it's not sounding like they're trying to make movements and that. It's trying to sound like the club's trying to sign Socrates and that. Lord help us next season, my word. But anywho, yeah, to answer your question, finally, Erwin asks, if you had to sell one player and buy one player, who would it be? In the hashtags realistic, you wouldn't sign or sell more than one player that summer. Good question. If I could sign one player, Malcolm. It's coming to my head. Still, that's coming to my head. Malcolm or Koulibaly. Even though it'd be the whole budget gone. And sell one. Well, if I sign Koulibaly, I'm either going to have to partner him with Mustafi. So Mustafi, you know, the club would probably force me to either sell Mustafi, Bellerin. You see, sorry for looking up there, people. You're making me focus on this question. The club would then force me to probably sell Mustafi or Bellerin. I wouldn't sell Bellerin, but they'd probably either push me to sell Ramsey because of his contract, Mustafi because of his indifferent form, maybe Bellerin because of his potential and because of his interest from other clubs. But I would not sell Bellerin. So it'd be between the two of them, to be fair with you. I'm not going to be cheap with this question because it's the final one and say I would sell the likes of those who are underperforming. We can sit here and list them. So, yeah, man, that's a good question. But like I said, people, thank you very much for your questions. If I've missed anyone out, sorry, people. I don't do it on purpose. You guys know already. Guys, deluded. Get in a comment, subscribe, and do the rest.